All right, we're back. The BSHL podcast. We have a special guest today. Really, really happy to have this guy on here. It's truly a pleasure. Kris Keating from the Miramichi Northmen. Thanks, Kris.
Thanks, fellas.
We, man, we only started this about a month and a half ago, and people have been super into it. And just getting some of you guys on and talking a little bit about your stories has been pretty cool. So, um, let's start with your early career, man. You played junior hockey for the Timberwolves and the Phantoms, right?
I did, yeah.
That was a couple of years ago now. We're getting up there in age, all of us are.
Yeah, I hear you, yeah.
How
It's
how was that experience?
it was good, man. I played senior before I played junior, so out of high school, I played played a year with the Phantoms, and then I went and played 2 years with the Timberwolves, and then I went back and played senior after that.
I didn't know you played senior before you played junior. I didn't realize that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it was 19 the first year I played with the Phantoms, or
What
18.
was that experience like?
Uh, it was a different experience, man. The league was a lot different back then. It wasn't as skilled. It was really tough. Like, well, tough, I guess. It's just a every team had like two lines of fighters, so it was a different experience. It was hockey wasn't as good, but it was, like I say, it was tough. It was for a 19-year-old kid being there watching that. It was different than it is now. I mean, the league's good now. It's good hockey now compared to what it was back then.
Yeah, it's changed a lot.
Really is. Uh, Kris, the people of Miramichi must absolutely adore you. 5 games played, 6 goals, 9 points. Um, there have been times where there's no senior hockey in Miramichi. The Northmen, they're being talked about all over the league, all over town. How does it feel to play for a place like Miramichi and in a packed civic center with loud fans?
Oh, it's unreal, man. To be honest, like we got this going last year. Well, I didn't. Alan Menzies basically got this going last year, and we really didn't know what to expect. The years prior was always out of the LBA, so I mean, your hands are kind of tied with what you can get for a fan base there. So really, going into last year, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if we were going to get 300. I didn't know if we were going to get 1,000. But I never dreamt that we would be getting upwards of 2,500 people a night. Like it's insane. It's the talk of the town. People love it. I mean, I was always told that this place was a senior hockey town, and I never really got to experience it, right? Because playing out of Chatham, I mean, nothing against Chatham, but it's just not a great spot. Nobody wants to watch a game there. And I mean, they were just really proving that this is a senior hockey town.
It's insane, man. I was at the home opener. I was at the game on Friday. We both were, and God, it's unlike any other rink in the league. I've been to them all. It's just an amazing atmosphere. People have so much fun at those games.
Yeah, it's like I say, man, it's awesome. It's more than any of us could have ever expected. And we have a nationally ranked junior A team here as well, right? And I think we're getting a lot more fans than they are, and that they got a great hockey team. If anyone's watching this, they should get to watch those guys because those guys are good.
Yeah, go out and support your junior A team too. This year the league added some import players for each team. You guys added maybe the best two players that any team added. Bernier has been phenomenal, just so much fun to watch, and Votor has been really good back there in net. What do you think this does for the league? I mean, it definitely adds some skill.
Yeah, like I say, it really it makes this league deep, man. Like getting on back to Bernier Votor actually before I get going on what I was going to there, but
Go for it.
Bernier's he's he's something that we've never had in Miramichi before. Like he can logs upwards of 40 minutes a night. You know what I mean. He controls the entire play. He's got the puck and a stick all night. He runs our PP, he PKs. He's just he's a guy that you need to have on your team if you want to make a run at this. And he's kind of he's a guy I haven't played with at the senior level. A couple guys in junior were like that, but there's a couple guys that are in the league like Crete and LC,
Yeah.
Bezo and Shippigan. Those teams have those guys, and we never had them before, and it's great to. I mean, it's unreal to play with a guy like that. And touching on Votor, yeah, he's a difference maker as well. I mean, he's an excellent goaltender. He might not have the numbers right now that he deserves to have. I mean, 5 games, he's had some weird breaks, some weird bounces and stuff like that. But he's a guy you have total confidence in. Like he's going to make a big save when he needs to. And like I say, those two guys are game changers for sure.
Absolutely. Kris, like Corey said earlier, we're all getting a little older every year. What's it like balancing family life while playing senior hockey? What's the difference between that and before you had a family?
It's crazy. It's just thankfully I have a very understanding wife and lets me put hockey above some things, and I play baseball in the summer too, and she's great that way. But like I say, it's tough, man. Like I got a 3.5-year-old girl and a 5-month-old little boy,
Oh.
and I don't know if you guys have kids, but they take up pretty much all your time. But it's tough. But I mean, I love hockey. I enjoy getting to the rink and getting out and seeing the boys and stuff like that. So I make time for it. And like I say, I can't really say much else. That it's hard. You don't realize how hard it is until you have kids. I thought getting to the rink was hard 10 years ago, but it's a lot harder now.
Yeah, it's so relatable for so many people that are watching the league. You have kids, and it's like, how do they find time to do this? But mad respect to everybody that's in the league working so hard.
Yeah, I have great family support too. Like I was born and raised in Miramichi, and my wife was as well. So our family's all here. So I mean, we don't got to go too far to find a babysitter. So
It's a huge thing to have that. The Northmen this year, just a super talented team. Had the one loss to Dalhousie. That that happens. They're a talented group of guys, but you can see you guys gelling. If I look at how you guys played that first night and the second game in River Valley versus the way you guys were communicating and playing on Friday, despite the loss, you could see the improvement in play. Man, what do you think the ceiling is for the Northmen this year?
yeah, I hear what you're saying, man. Like we haven't like a new coach, new players. It's going to take a little while for us to get gelling and stuff. We're still kind of doing some shuffling around with the lines, and but things are coming. The ceiling, well, we kind of got our eyes open Friday night there. That's a good Dalhousie team, so
Yeah.
obviously we got to make some adjustments and we got to get better. But I don't know, man. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for us to make a run at this thing. To be honest, like I mean, we got a great fan base, and that goes a long way in making a run at any level. And like I say, I don't think we're done yet with what we're going to bring in or what we're going to. I don't think our team right now is going to look the same after Christmas. Put it that way. So, but we got guys
Yeah, that's fair.
in the front office who treat this like a full time job. Like it's insane. They're they're at this all day, every day. Like they take great pride in this team, and they're not going to stop until they put a product forward that's going to take a real run at this.
Yeah, I think it could be amazing this year to see. I mean, you don't need to get bigger crowds in Miramichi. You guys are already rocking it, but it would be so much fun to see a Miramichi team that can really make a run at it. I can't wait to be at the Civic and see that come playoff time. It's going to be a blast.
Kris, one last thing from me. On this channel, one of our fun things we like to talk about food at the rink. So
Food?
my question to you is
Food.
food.
Okay.
So what's your favorite food to eat at a hockey rink?
Oh, damn. I usually just drink beer, to be honest, but I'm going to say you have to go with the poutine.
Putin, it's a favorite
Yeah,
here.
yeah, you got to.
Poutine's a
I mean, you can't.
Poutine's a popular answer.
Yeah.
So, hockey's your weekend job. What do you do for a living? And how different is it now with that responsibility?
I'm a sheriff's officer here in the city, in Miramichi. So it's like it's a Monday to Friday type job, but it's not a day job. It kind of varies, a couple of evening shifts and stuff like that. And I also just started my own little. I do some steam cleaning too. I started that along with everything else. So, um, like I say, we only practice once a week, so good job because I mean, there's no possible way I could get to the rink anymore. But it's I have a pretty good job. It's, like I say, it's a Monday to Friday job, so it doesn't really affect my senior hockey or senior ball or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like I say, man, come Sunday night, I'm ready to go to sleep. But yeah, it's tough, man. It really is tough. But
That's a.
you gotta love playing. So
What's your steam cleaning company?
uh, it's just a little. I started about a month ago. It's just carpets and upholstery and stuff like that. It's just I have a little setup there, and I've been crazy busy with that for the last month, along with everything else. But
That's awesome. Is there any way that people can find that if they want to hire you to clean their upholstery?
yeah, I got a Facebook group. It's just Keating Steam Clean. It's type that in and give me a shout.
Keating Steam Cleaning, folks. Follow that on Facebook and hit him up if you want your place cleaned up a little bit. Kris, man, we really appreciate you doing this. We hopefully we'll have you back on in a few months and we can discuss the progress of the season. But
Yeah,
we've got a big fan
thanks.
base for Miramichi, and it's just such a pleasure to have you on, man. Thank you.
No, and thank you guys for what you do. It's great, man. Like everybody talks about it. It's a great way to follow the league, and you guys put a lot of time and effort into that. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kris. We'll
Yeah, see
we'll
you
be
guys.
sure to touch base, man. See you.
And thank you again. Bye.